What's going on, and welcome back to yet again another video. In this video we're going to be going over the rear setup and the setup in general on my 76 series Land Cruiser. Now recently I just had the rear of this cruiser kitted out with drawers, fridge, power hooked up to the rooftop, and all the kit and caboodle that you could ever ask for. So we're going to run through that now and I'll show you what exactly I got done to this cruiser. As you can see, I've got 3 ARB storage drawers. At the top drawer I just use for my random appliances. I've got my camp chair in here. It tucks away very nice and it fits in there perfect. The bottom drawer on the right hand side, I've just got my cooking appliances. I've got my cooker and all that, and my cooking gear. This is just my knives and all that other stuff that I keep handy on me. And on this drawer here, I just open it up and I've just got my compressor and other bits of gear in here that I need for like recovery or just letting me tyres and that down, and whatever else I'd need to use on my trips. So I've got the 80 litre upright Kickass fridge. If you're worried about how it's going to fit and if it's too tight to fit in your canopy or whatever, and you're worried about what way the door's going to swing, these things open up both ways, which I find is pretty handy if you're doing a fit out and you're worried about how you're going to open it, and if it's not going to open a certain way. You've got both options to open it up from the right or the left hand side, which I find is pretty handy. And honestly, I can't fault the fridge. I think it works great. And down the bottom here, I've got my outputs for my inverter, just if I want to charge stuff or if I want to plug in my air fryer, which I have been using and works great. It works perfect, no faults at all. It works like a treat. Now we'll work our way around to behind the fridge and see what is powering this thing. So behind the fridge is where all the magic happens. As you can see here, I've got the Ultra X series 12 volt 230 amp battery. That powers the fridge. It's got power to the solar panel, which is on top of my rooftop. And I've got my DC to DC Kickass charger, the Kickass panel, which tells you how much power is running out, how much charge you have left, and everything else you need to know about your power setup. So at the moment I've got 91%. And the temp is 16, the voltage is 13.32, and the current that is running out of it at the moment is 4.8, which is pretty good. Next to that, you've got your fuse box, which has all your fuses and everything in it, and everything else you need. And it's pretty close, it's pretty easy to access as well. It's not tucked away and under everything, which is sort of what I wanted to be. So it's easy to access just in case if something does go wrong. Now for those of you who have watched my last video, as you know, ARB Penrith fitted an ARB base rack, and on top of that, the prized possession is my CSS Touring 1.4 rooftop tent. Now, recently, when the rear fit out got done, they also hooked up power and everything to the rooftop. So now that I've got power and everything up there, I'll show you and walk you through some of the features that this rooftop has, which I wasn't able to show you in the previous video. So as you make your way up into the rooftop, as you come over to the corner, you've got your power, which is put on a switch. So when you're not using it and you pack it up, you can turn it off so it's not draining your battery. You've got USB ports, SIG ports, and whatever else you need. Here's your power, which you plug into your USB port, which is also on a little remote. And there you go. As you can see now, like I said in the last video, you've got a built-in LED lighting, which you can also change the color of and the dim and what color you want it to be, and it comes up looking schmick, pretty immaculate in my opinion. So if you're looking at buying a rooftop, I highly recommend CSS Touring, because for the price of these and for what you get, you won't be able to find it anywhere else in my opinion. And for how sturdy this rooftop is, I've used it a fair bit and I can't fault it. Like, you've got all your power and everything you need for blankets and electric blankets and everything you need to charge your phone and anything else you want to bring up in here. And for what you get, you can't complain. So if you're looking to buy something like this, head on over to CSS Touring and pick yourself one up today, because you genuinely cannot get enough of something as sturdy as this. Alright guys, well that's it for today. thanks for tuning in. It was a bit of a shorter video today. It was just more of a rundown on what I have done to the rear of the car, the setup and everything I've got going on here, and also just a recap on the rooftop now that I have the power and everything hooked up to it. Just a rundown on what other features you can get. So if you're after a nice rooftop, head on over to CSS Touring. I'll leave their link in the bottom for you to head over and have a look on their website. Also, the ARB base rack and ARB drawers. A big thanks to ARB in Penrith for helping me kit out this thing. It's, you know, it's way out of my pay grade, the whole 12-volt thing, and, you know, all this installation sort of a stuff, especially being a wagon. It was completely out of my field. So a big thanks to them to be able to come through and help out, fitting out with some drawers and all that stuff. It's much appreciated for me. And if you're after some 12-volt gear, head on over to Kickass. Big thanks to them for being able to ship that out and send out some stuff to put in the back of the cruiser. Their fridges, they've got batteries, wiring kits, whatever you guys need to kit out your four-wheel drive. Head on over to Kickass and check them out because they're a pretty good brand. I highly rate them. I can't fault any of the gear. And if you're after some fit outs and everything else, if you don't want to do it yourself, you can head on to the Kickass website and they have sections of who can fit them out. Some Kickass stores do them, but also they branch out to ARB, hence why ARB done my fit out for me. Anyway, guys, that's enough of this video. Thank you all for tuning in and checking out what I've done to the rear of the car. I'm keen to see what else I come up with to spice it up a bit. I want to sort of add some lights to the back here to give me more of a view here when I'm cooking and stuff. A bit of a table sort of a setup here so I can just sit here and cook with a light sort of shining down. There's a few little things that I want to do to it, but other than that, nothing really major at the moment. So, yet again, thanks for tuning in, guys, and yeah, we'll be talking to you again soon. There's a bit coming up in the next couple of months, so I'm keen to get onto that and upload some more stuff. So, yeah, thanks again, and I'll be talking to you all soon.